I'm Cynthia Vickery. You probably already seen my other videos. These videos we're gonna talk about suicide awareness. I know suicide is a topic that's talked about quite often. You've seen other YouTube videos. You talk about in classrooms and therapy sessions, and it's a subject that doesn't have answers. We can ask ourselves all day, it's like, what could I have done different to cause a different outcome in this person? How could I have changed this person's mind? How could I have shown this person that we love them enough for them to stay? And we often blame ourselves. We often think it's our fault, that we could have been the ones to change and love the person just a little more, to give the person a little more hope to stay. And we can't do that. We can't stay and stop our lives to blame ourselves. Recently, I lost one of my really good friends, Tyrone Arias. We've been best friends since we were 13. We basically grew up together. We had similar backgrounds. He was also adopted. He was dealing with racism. But he was loved. He had so many siblings. He had Boys and Girls Club. He asked to join the Marine Corps. He was a guy that you couldn't be around without laughing. He had these really corny jokes that you would just laugh at just how corny they are, not that they were actually funny. But he didn't care. He didn't care about what anybody thinks. He was a really strong person. So when I received that phone call, I was shocked. I was surprised. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, you were talking about the wrong person. It's definitely not Tyrone. But then the next day, I just broke down. And he got me a ticket, flew to Texas to spend time with his family. And I thought it'd be easier by now, but it's not. Because every time I lay down in my bed, I'm just like, I'm ready for a text. Why are you not texting me back? So it's hard. But one thing I learned is whenever you lose somebody, different people grieve differently. In the past, whenever I faced some of the stuff that I faced, I would just add more distractions to my table. I'd join a team. I would play more sports, volunteer more. This time, I try. I have 2 jobs. I'm training with ROTC. I'm a full-time college student, so my plate is full. But when that happened, my full plate started stressing me out. I felt as though I was losing my footing on everything. I couldn't sleep anymore. I was sleeping in classrooms. So my grades to me was sleeping. My workouts was sleeping. So I went and talked to one of my instructors. And one thing that struck out to me the most is when I told him my situation. Like, sir, I can't sleep. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And he told me, no, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're coming to me about this for the mere fact that to us, you're succeeding in everything. To us, you're doing really well in PT. To us, it seems like you are really doing well with the grieving process. And what he didn't understand was that just because I was smiling, just because I was going on about my day, doesn't mean that behind closed doors, I wasn't suffering just as much. And this is one thing about suicide awareness that people don't talk about. That people often overlook those that's going every day smiling. I overlooked Tyrone. Many people overlooked Tyrone because every single day that boy had a smile. Every single day he lived the life to the fullest. And those around him probably could never have guessed that he was having some inner problems, that he was going through stuff. And that's something that we got to pay attention. We have to start noticing when our friends is just a little different. But also, we gotta show them love no matter what. No matter if they're going through struggle or not, show them that you love them. Show them that you care. Every friendship they have, you should cherish. Every family member, you should cherish. You shouldn't just forget about them and only come back whenever they actually need you. Whenever they're like, hey man, I'm going through something. No, you should show your appreciation for them every single day. Tyrone, me and him recently we didn't talk every day. We talk every weekend. We talk every week. But his schedule and my schedule were often busy. But now looking back, I wish I would have put in a little more effort. And that's what I learned from it. It's like I have so many great friends, and I want to cherish every single one of them every day. I want to show them that, hey, just because you have a smile on your face, know that if anything goes wrong, I'm here for you, and vice versa. I know you're gonna be here for me. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to go and reach for help. Don't be afraid to depend on somebody. We cannot do this alone. life didn't came with the instructions. It didn't come with anything. We cannot do this alone. I cannot stress this enough. I tried holding my whole life alone for a long time. I did really well, but at one point I broke. And this is gonna understand, when I broke down, I knew I had friends, I knew I had family that I could count on. So make sure you be that friend, you be the family member, you be that classmate that your peers, those around you, can always depend on. Don't be a closed book. Don't try to hold everything in. If you're going to that point in your life where you feel nobody's there for you, don't hold that in. There's always somebody there that cares. You're always gonna have a friend. You're always gonna have somebody that cares. And don't feel as though you have to do anything alone. Whether you go into some struggle that you're thinking that you don't need to be in this life, don't go through that alone. If you just lost somebody and you grieve, don't go through that alone. I cannot stress that enough. Just take care of your family, your friends. Hold them really close, because, like my instructions say, life is not. Life is a gift, and it can easily be taken away. So don't take that for granted. Thank you.